Hey, Shalom family at this time. May the peace of y'all be with each and every one of you brothers and sisters at this time. I have to do a very important video at this time. I'm going to talk about Adam and his wife. It's very important that I do these things, brothers and sisters. And the information I'm going to give you, this some information I researched and studied out, brothers and sisters. So I'm just going to give you the information I have at this time. And you can do what you want with it, add to your notes. It's very important that I bring you this because the Hebrew word, I'm going to get into the Hebrew word for Adam when I get to that point. I'm about to get ahead of myself. So first I looked up the word man. It's very important. This is what I found. It said the English term man is derived from Proto-Indo-European. It said a German tribe looked up man, then they have Manus, M-A-N-U-S, Indo-European mythology was the first man. Okay, they said the first man, they say in mythology this was the first man of Indo-European. And they call him Manus. So keep that in mind, Manus. I just want to start off with that point because we know the creator of heaven and earth made all languages. So that's very important to know. So in each language, they're able to communicate in a way their language is formulated, just like in the Hebrew language, what in the modern term we call Hebrew language, brothers and sisters. So it's very important. And the only thing we do at this time in looking at words and translating other words from other languages is trying to find the word that have the same meaning, what they call transliteration, word for word, but carry the same meaning. But it's very important, brothers and sisters. So we got this word man that we know to be called man and woman in America. We've been taught this English language where they got the man from, this word man from, to identify us as beings, living beings of the Creator. In Hebrew, we use the word Adam. And the word Adam in Hebrew, Ish, spelled I-S-H. And this Ish, which is Adam, called this being I gave unto him that came from him is Shah, I-S-H-A. Now we're going to get into the scriptures why he called it Isha and the meaning also of this word Ish. Let me just go ahead and tell you to solve that problem right now. The word Ish, and the meaning for the word Ish is the main one I'm concentrating on, let's say, is the root meaning is strength. And you're going to see why. So he said this woman that came from him is a part of him, a part of his strength. Keep that in mind. And you're going to understand more what this bone of my bone means. Because the bone of our body is one of the most solid parts of our body. And it's the structure of our body that keep us where we can stay upright and walk and move and carry things with our arm, our bones. And that's why they say it's very important to have the healthy bones. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to start us off right here in the book of Isaiah at this time. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 11 of 12 at this time, right here. The head of Jehovah, I'm reading this, by the way, from what they call the Living Bible Paraphrase Translation. All scriptures is translation because we don't have the original at this time. So keep that in mind. So let me get to it. Every place you see the word Lord or God or Jehovah, I use to create a real name, Yah. So keep that in mind. So let's get into it. Right here. It's a Yah, the Kodesh one. They got holy, but it's the Kodesh one, the set apart one. Rasha, Yah. They got Israel. That is the falsified formulation of Rasha, Yah, which means upright strength with Yah. So keep that in mind. We got, here's the Kodesh one of Yasha, Yah. I might pause a little bit when I say the name, because this is my first time start actually using it in the video. My second time since I came out with it. Yes, y'all gave me more knowledge, more revelation concerning the proper name to use to identify him and remove the ones with the God titles and the God names, the Elohim names and the Els that y'all reject, like Ra and El. So let's get into the message, because we're concentrating on Adam. I want to show you something significant about his wife when we get to that point and what Abiyah said. So it's very important, but first I want to get to this part right here. Let me get to it. Let me go back. Find my place once again. I'm starting over, verse 11. And Yah, the Kodesh one of Yasha, Yah, Yasha, Yah. So keep that in mind. Creator says, what right have you to question what I do? Who are you to come to command me concerning the work of my hands? I have made the earth and created the got man, that's the English terminology, but Adam upon it. With my hands I have stretched out the heavens and commanded all the vast mirage of stars. I have raised up. I'm not going to get into. I went over. I went into 13. I don't want to go into the 13th verse at this time because I'm concentrating on Adam. And I want to show you how Abiyah was stating right there how he created Adam upon the earth. So keep that in mind. I'm going to show you that in the prophet as I go to Ecclesiastics at this time. I got a little piece in that chapter 7. I want to go to at this time. Give me a moment. Let me get the eternity real quick to show you something there, because this is a very important video, brothers and sisters, because our people, the people of Yah, the add-ons of Yah need to unite and become one. You know what I mean when I get this. Chapter 7 and verse 29, right here. And I found that though Bara, who is the creator, has made Adam, they got man, but I say Adam, upright. Remember I said upright, he made Adam, it's very important, he made Adam upright. Each has turned away to follow his own downward road. You get that? He said he made Adam right there upright. Each has turned. We're talking about more than one right there. The Adams has turned. So they said men, referring to more than one, has turned away from following Yah on a downward road, which leads to destruction. I just want to show you how he repeated again in another spot how another man of another Adam of Yah, another Ish of Yah has restated these things that Yah has created us. So it's very important, brothers and sisters, as I'm turning to Genesis chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. Because we got to understand the creation a little better, and this should unify the husband and wife even greater, brothers. So it's very important. Verse 1 on chapter 5 of Genesis, read right here. It says, here is the list of some of the descendants of Adam. You see they got right there of Adam. They got the man. But it's Adam, the Ish. Keep that in mind. Hebrew meaning is Ish, but they put the English word in there, man. But it's Adam, the Ish, who was like Bara, the creator, from the day of his creation. So keep that in mind. So my children cross this out every place where you see God, because they know the word God was added into the text, so they went in my script start crossing things out. So say, and we're going from the day of his creation, he was like Bara. It said Bara created Adam, and they got the woman and they got the man and the woman. That's the translator worded it like that, but then keep reading. And blessed them and called them man from the start. You see how they got the man? He called them. You see, them is talking both of them. He called both of them Adam right here. He called both of them Adam from the start. You see, Yah wasn't the one that called the woman. Not woman. That's English. He wasn't the one that called the woman Isha. He called both of them Adam. Keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. He called both the male and the female Adam from the start. So we're going to go into the point where this woman took on and was called Isha from Adam. Because both of them was called Adam from the beginning. So remember that. It's right here. It said both of them, it said right here, see it say, and call them Adam from the start. See, y'all called him Adam from the start. It said Adam, you see that? Adam was 130 years old. How far I was going to go there with it? I was going to, I'm reading it over. Let me cut it off. I just want to show you. From the start, y'all called both of them. So he said he blessed them and called them Adam from the start. So right here, We're going to go to 4 verse 1. Chapter 4 verse 1 at this time, brothers and sisters. And it reads right here. It says, then Adam had sexual intercourse with, they got Eve, but it's Hawa, his wife, and she conceived and gave birth to a son. That's all I want to read. I just wanted to read that point right there. This right there. Adam had sexual intercourse and conceived and bare his son. Let me keep reading that. Cain, meaning I, have created, for as she said, with Bara help, I created a Adam. See, they got man, but created a Adam, a Ish. Her next child was his brother Abel. So I'm going to cut it off right there and go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 23 to 25. Remember what I said, the word Ish, and the root meaning of Ish is strength. So I'm going to chapter 2, brothers and sisters, at the time. I'm not going to make this video too long. I just want to put certain things out. The main thing I want to show you that from the start, both was called Adam. So right here, chapter 2, and also in the meaning of the word Ish, which is the meaning of Adam, is strength. Yes, this woman was a part of Adam's strength. That's why I said this is bone of my bone, according to the translation. So right here, brothers and sisters, let me get to chapter 2, verse 23. Let me get my place. Right here. And it reads, this is Adam exclaimed, she is part of my own bones, see it, and flesh, and her name is woman, but it was Isha. See, woman is, but I'm not going to fight over that word. It's English, but referring to Isha. See, that's what I said. She is his own bone, and so he identified after her. After him, himself. He said, let me read it again. And this is Adam exclaiming, see, proclaiming, making this announcement. She is part of my own bones and flesh. Her name, see, identify her, is Isha. They got woman, but it's Isha, Adam, because she was taken out of Adam, see. This explains, see this, and this explains why a Adam or Ish leave his father and mother and is joined to his wife. See that right there? In such a way that the two become one. You see that, brothers and sisters? One being. So I want to see, it's very important to know this, brothers and sisters. And then let me read a little bit more. One become one being, and although Adam and his wife, who was Isha, were both naked, neither of them was embarrassed or ashamed. So keep that in mind, brother. This is very important, brothers and sisters, that you get this. And this woman, I use the word English word woman, but this Isha comes from Ish, and return to Ish. And they became one. See? And the two, in this way, they become one again. Connected. Strength. If you remember, some scripture said, when a son is born, this is a sign of his strength. Keep that in mind. This woman, when she becomes one with her husband, is a part of his strength, because this Isha came from Ish. And Ish named her Isha. Keep that in mind. Because she was connected to him and came from him. That the two become one in such a way. And see, that's why, brothers and sisters, it's very important, and sisters, not to mess with our order, brothers and sisters. The two become one. And I want you to think about this, brothers and sisters. Because I want every brother to think about this. See, the woman is a part of you, a part of your strength. That's why some people say it's like kryptonite. The woman is like kryptonite to a man. Because when you understand the formulation of Yah, they are part of our strength, part of our being. They belong to us. We belong to them. And the two work together perfect when both walk upright with Yah. Brothers and sisters, yes. When you look at this, Adam and Adam come together. See, when Yah called him, he called both of us Adam. Not just the male, but the female was called Adam. Adam called it Isha, because he was the Ish, and she is the Isha. See, still one. When the two come together, when the Ish and the Isha come together, in such a way they become one, perfect in the eyes of Yah, brothers and sisters. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, and we both are at arms in the eyes of Yah. With that, I say shalom.